Yeah. Welcome everybody to Bad Boys TV. We've got a winner's side Platinum Division match for you. This is Travis Alderman and Terry Nixon. Terry's got the hustlin' hat on backwards there. Travis is the one with the shiny invisible hat. I've had an opportunity to meet both of these guys this week. They're both really nice guys. Both play some pretty good pool. Travis has got a Fargo rating of 552. And Terry comes in with a Fargo rating of 633. So Terry won the lag. He's going to be racking up these balls. Getting some good old hand oil on them. Wiping them off. We've got a 7-5 race here for you. Terry will be racing to 7, while Travis only needs to get to 5. It's handicapped by Fargo. We also broke the divisions up. Top half of the players entered are in the Platinum, and the bottom half of the players entered are in the Gold. By breaking them up, it makes it a lot more even, but there was still pretty good spread. I think in the Platinum goes from 527 up to 6, I believe. We've got some 660s, 670s. So that's quite a spread, so we still use the fair match handicap. Well, this is 4th round on the winner's side. So both of these guys have won 3 matches or had a bye and won a couple. put it this way, they're having a good event. They both are motivated to stay on that winner's side. Well, that wasn't a very nice kiss that Terry got there, but cue ball kept from scratching, and the last ball rolling goes in the hole with a little body English. And so he gets to stay at the table. I believe he'll be taking solids here just because he doesn't have a good shot at the stripes. Hey Jay, how you doing? Our day's going pretty good. Just started way too early. Got some long days going here. We're a little short-handed. Rick is moving tables from Las Vegas to Texas so we can do the Texas State Tournament. Bonnie's with him. So it's me and Kenny, and we have Gennaro Vasquez, one of our top referees here. Thanks for joining us on the stream. Well, Terry's not too happy about missing that ball. Give us our first look at Travis in this match. Stands on the opposite side of the cue as Terry does. Looks like Travis likes to play with one of those extensions that is in the joint area of the cue. There's those, and then there's the extensions that fit on the end of the butt of the cue. It's becoming more and more popular to play with an extension. Everybody thought Earl was a whack job when he started that, but and then Shane picked up on it. Now everybody's doing it. Okay, he's moved that cue ball down nicely for the 11. Just pop off the rail for the 15 in the opposite corner. $12 looks like it could be a little bit of an issue because of the 7. Okay, well, I like that. He came up and separated the 13 and got on the 10. I believe he's got an angle to slide over. Yeah, he's looking at it now to get the 12 and the 13, since he's got to shoot those over here to the right side of the table. Okay, he can take this 12, come off the top rail and out for the 13. Well, he's looking at taking the 13 now. It's a little easier shot, but I like getting that 12 out of there first if it's me. One of these balls, the shot's a little easier. The other one, I think the shape is a little easier. He's going with the easier shot. We'll see what he does for shape here. Comes back across. Okay, he's golden. That was a nice shot. Now he's just going to want to run it all the way down. Try to follow it and get below that 4 with the cue ball. And he runs into the 4, and that's not going to be good. He was just trying to slide by that 4. Meanwhile, Terry just sitting off the side, kind of shakes his head and thinks, yep, I'll be at the table soon. Okay, he's called the lower left-hand corner. Well, he came about as close as you can come. But the 15 hung up in that corner, so Terry's going to get another crack at this. You know what they say, Brian? Pool tables are a lot like boats. 2 happiest days of an owner's life is the day he buys it and the day he sells it. Like those of us that love pool, though, don't ever want to sell our tables. As long as you got room for it. Alright, brings that cue ball around nicely for the 4 on the side. And he's got this 8 ball to open up the scoring. And he does. Alright, so Terry takes a 1-0 lead, and it's going to be Travis's break here in game number 2. Alright, nice break. Got a couple of stripes running in the sides. Controlled the cue ball fairly well. It got kissed over to the side of the table, but got a pretty good spread on these balls. You know, he's made a couple stripes. Actually, the solids look really good. They're all open. They're all kind of out in the middle of the table. And he's got a good starting shot with them, so he's going to take the solids. On BCA League night, my teammates have given me a hard time because I just gave up points by making a couple of stripes on the break and taking solids. Never been a real big fan of ball counts, but that's... Okay, looks like he's drawn back to take this one ball. He's got the 4 on the side, just roll. Okay, now he's going to take the 7. Yep, doesn't. He was shooting off the rail, which made it a little tougher. Has not left a real easy shot, though. Wow. How do you overcut that ball? He even stood there like, you're kidding. I missed that. He hit that 9 about as good as a guy can hit it. Just caught the point. Didn't fall. Okay, so Travis going to try to follow this 7 in behind the 9, and he does. You can tell that Travis has played some 8-ball in his life. There's little shots that good 8-ball players need to know, and he seems to handle them pretty well. He would have liked to have handled that one a little better. Alright, so Terry's got a good starting shot here on the 14 to stretch his lead out. Well, I think he rolled up a little further than he wanted. He would have liked to have had a tiny bit more angle on this, but I think he's going to be able to handle this okay. He'll go 2 rails back between the 4 and the 5 for the 8-ball. Oh, he was able to spin it on the other side of the 4. That was very nice. He just needs to cut this 8-ball in to the lower left-hand corner. And he does. So Terry Nixon takes a 2-0 lead. You're watching Bad Boys TV. This is Brett Baker bringing you the action from the 2018 BCAPL Wisconsin State Championships from the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We got 40 beautiful diamond 7.5 or 3.5 by 7 smart tables in here with cyclop balls, all covered with Simonis cloth. Tournament being promoted and brought to you by Q Sports International. Takes a lot of companies working together to put on an event like this. Alright, so Terry gets a pretty good break here. Let's see. Balls didn't spread for him quite as nicely, but they're definitely workable. He's surveying the layout here to see which suit he wants to attempt to run out. Just looking at it briefly here, it looks like both have their strengths and their weaknesses. He's kind of looking at this 14-9 combination to start off with. Okay, he was asking for the balls to be gentle there. He didn't want to move his 11. I don't know if it still goes on the side or not. No, it's Terry, I believe, that is the one wearing the hustling hat. Terry Nixon. All right. Terry adds another one. He leads 3-0. All right, so Travis has the break here in game number 4. Second ball down, hit him pretty good, has made a couple of balls. Really needs to finish a rack here and get on the board. Don't want to let Terry get too far out in front of him. No, there's no, Vic, there's no set Fargo number that races to a certain race. There's a formula in the computer that figures it out for us. But if you're like a 527, you can't say, okay, all 527s race to 5, or all 638s race to 7. There's no break like that. A lot of it depends on the Fargo rate of the person you're playing. You can go to fargorate.fairmatch, and they have the little calculator on there that you type in the Fargo rates, and it'll spit out the race that is fair. Give you probabilities of winning and losing. All kinds of great information. Well, Travis hung that 3 and is not happy with himself. Hasn't left a real easy shot, though. Alright, he got that follow. He wasn't sure there. He had to use a little body English to get it to go, but he did. He just wasn't able to quite catch enough of that 9-ball. But he hasn't hurt himself because he left Travis in jail. Stuck between the rail and that 13, and quite a few of his kicking options have been taken away by the 9, the 14, the 8. Okay, looks like he's called the 4 in this upper right-hand corner. Can't hear what they say. I can only just go by where he was pointing. He patted the upper right-hand corner. This will be one heck of a shot. He's got all kinds of traffic to avoid here. Well, if he called the 2, that was the most amazing shot I've ever seen, but I could see threw his hand up. He didn't see that shot coming, and neither did any of us. Holy smokes. File that one away, Travis. You've learned a new shot today. Had he called that and made it, alright, so we got the 12 on the side. I don't know if he's going to have to do something with the 14 or if it goes from where it's at. If he does have to do something with it, he's probably going to want to do that right now. And he's looking at it. Okay, looks like if he gets to about there, he can make that. Terry was showing me his cue the other day. Looks just so nondescript, like just some piece of maple that somebody, but actually made by one of the top cue makers in the country, Mr. Joe Gold from Chicago. It's like I didn't know he made anything so plain. Alright, this 8-ball to stretch the lead out to 4-0. Our score is just not really a true reflection of how well these players have played. Terry's played well, but Travis hasn't played bad. He just hasn't been able to get all the way through a rack. Something funny always seems to come up and happen. Looks like the room is starting to thin out just a tiny bit from first thing this morning. I don't think all 40 tables are in action now. See a few of them sitting open, but that won't be for long. 7 p.m. tonight, the Mixed gold team start. That was a very nice break. He got a real solid hit on that cue ball. It jumped straight back. Not sure where it ended up. Okay, he's fine. He wasn't totally happy with it because the 3 is blocking the 13, but the 14 is blocking the 6. So whether he takes stripes or solids, he's going to have a ball that's blocked by just amazing how much luck there is on the break sometimes. Alright, so he's taking the solids. He set himself up for the 7-13-3 combination. We'll take care of that issue. He'll still have the 6 that he's going to have to deal with. Unless, wow. Well, he came around, broke out the 6, but did he get a shot? I don't. It looks like he might be able to see this 1 up here. He broke everything out, made the 3, and he's come up with a long shot on the 1. Handled that nicely. Now he's got the 6, just roll forward a tiny little bit for the 7. And he'll need to get all the way back up table here for the 8. Okay, nicely done. It's left himself a good angle. Now he's looking, does he want to go forward or draw it back? I got a feeling he'll probably draw it back on the side where he's at. Come up around the 10. He went forward, went between the 9 and the 10. That was well done. He overhit it just a little. He's going to have a little tougher shot on the 8 than he wanted. Danger of that shot is underhitting it and getting hooked. At least by going too far, he can hit the 8. He's not kicking at it. He just doesn't have the easy shot that he was hoping. Okay, he's gonna cut it all the way down. Yeah, he's overcut it and scratched. It's one of those, had he not overcut it, he wouldn't have scratched. That gives Travis exactly what he needs. Ball in hand on a wide open table. Just waiting for the player on table 2 take his shot. He had a couple of shots where he ended up being right there on the same side. Alright, so now we're ready to go. Alright, he's got this 8-ball to get on the board. And he does. Nice out by Travis. And he's got, he's got the break in this game, so good way to change momentum would be to get a break and run right here. Would change the complexion of this match. But he's come up dry. Pretty good clump of solids around the 8-ball over here on the upper right hand side of the table. Although if you take solids, the 7 lays pretty good to kind of break that out. I don't know, Terry's looking things over. I think he's kind of looking at this 12-13 combination to get things started. Stripes all lay pretty good, especially if that 8 goes by the 6. Okay, that was a nice shot. That was a lot tougher cut than it looked like. You got the 12 to come out nicely. Somebody in our chat room was asking what time the U.S. Open 1 pocket starts, and it looks like it's starting right about now, noon, out on the West Coast time, which, well, I guess that'd be in about another hour. I gotta figure out where I'm at. Let's see, it's 1 o'clock Central Time here, so yeah, in about an hour they'll be starting up the U.S. Open 1 pocket in Las Vegas at Griff's. Good luck to all the players out there. Meanwhile, you can hang right here with us. We got some great 8-ball action going here. Alright, that was a nice cut, and he set himself up nicely for this 8-ball. This is the kind of hard look I'd been giving that 8-ball before I ever took a shot in this rack. Looks like he may have to just barely go rail first, which means speed is going to be everything on this shot. Wow. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. Alright, so Terry runs another rack. That one off of Travis's dry break. Travis really isn't playing bad in this match. He's just not getting the opportunities. Little thing like a dry break isn't exactly dogging it, but boy, it can sure cost you, especially at this level. Alright, so Terry's getting ready to break the balls here in game number 7. He's needing 2 more games to win this match. Travis got a little more work to do. He needs 4. Cue ball got away from him a little bit there. I didn't see if a ball went. Yep, 1 ball did go. So he's kind of sewed up between that 6 and the rail. He tried to throw a little body English into it, but I don't know if he can thin that 6 and come up, leave the cue ball like between the 10 and the rail up here. Maybe what he's trying to do. Tough to play safe on 14 balls. Oh, he was okay. He's able to see the 5. That was huge. That was huge. You could see just enough of that 5 to make it. Excuse me. Well, it's got a little tougher cut on this one than he really wanted, I think, but he should be able to handle this. Heck, he overcut a tougher one than this a few games ago. And he undercut that one. But he's managed to tie up 13-14 a little bit. He was asking for the 1 to block that pocket, but it didn't really do that. Well, Travis just missed the 15. I think he's kind of feeling like, hey, this is not really going my way. That's a ball I think he would have made a few games ago. Kind of rolled right up on that 3. I don't know if he can see the 1 up here. He doesn't really want to have to come up and deal with that though, and get all the way back down there for the 3 and the 7. He may be forced to like kick the 7 here. He's looking at this 1 ball though. Definitely shaking his head. He's not real happy with where he left himself. Now he's looking at the 7. It's not a tough kick, and you will have shape if you make it. Alright. Nice kick, made it. Has a good shot here on the 3. He's going to want to come between the 8 and the 12 and get on that 1 ball. Okay, he had a little more angle than it looked like he had. He had to go around the 10. And he's right on the 1, but he's not going to be able to make it from there. He had a little more angle on that 3 than he than he wanted. He's looking at what kind of safety can he play here. Alright, he's going to use a bridge. He's going to kick into this one. I believe it just barely made the rail. And Travis comes to check to see. I think, boy, it was close. It's probably still on the rail. Well, he did bump the 14, but I don't think he helped his cause a whole lot. It bumped just a little further than he wanted to go, so he's going to play safe here because he's got Terry in one ball hell. Very easy to play safe when the guy's down to one ball or the 8 ball. Players are always asking me if there's 3 foul and 8 ball, and this would be a reason why there's no 3 foul and 8 ball. It would be very easy to run out, miss the ball before the 8, or get down to just the 8 ball, and the guy would beat you never having to make a shot because he would just play safe with his 7 balls out there. That was a heck of a 2-rail kick. He didn't miss it by much. Travis is looking to play nearly the same safety, but I think he's going to try to move that 14 a little bit. This is where you want to not leave a shot, but you want to get your balls in a more advantageous. He's probably going to try to move that 14 just like that, right up in front of the side pocket. Yep. You can see just as it approached the side, he kind of tapped the rail just a little bit there to say, okay, right there. Now if he gets ball in hand, he can run out pretty easily. Everything's open. A lesson to some of you players that might be a little more of a beginner. You don't want to leave your opponent a shot, but you want to make the balls you're shooting, you want to get them in a better position. Okay, he's trying to figure out how he missed this the last time so he can make just a minor adjustment. This is kind of like giving him a second try. time. First time he missed it short, that time he missed it a little long. Alright, so Travis's safeties has paid off with what he wanted. Was ball in hand. Okay, he's bumped the 11 out so he can play it in the upper right hand corner. He'll come off the top rail and out for the 15 in the same corner. Looks like he'll go 11, 15, 13, 8. Or he might go 11, 13, 15, 8. Just whichever he feels most comfortable. Well, certainly didn't expect him to do that. I was just about to say he's left-handed, so he might play a little different than I would, but I don't think lefties like to leave themselves bank shots. But that was an error right there in position. But if you bank like that, hey, you can get away with it. Yep. Cues are in the way. Oh. Long shot. He just barely missed it. Kind of shakes his head. It's kind of been the way this match has gone for him. Just about every rack he's lost, there's just been one shot that well, Terry hit a pretty nice bank, but it didn't go. Travis is going to have another shot at this 15. Just draw it back for the 8. Okay. And he wiped his feet as he went in, but Travis closes this match to 5-2. He's only going to 5, so he needs 3. Terry still needs 2. And Travis is breaking this rack, so hey, he could just somehow get a good break, get a ball to go, get some shape, run out. We'll have ourselves a match. Takes a little sip of aiming fluid. Here we go. All right, you got the 6 ball down, 10 ball down. That's the kind of break he needed. I believe he's got a shot at this 11. He's looking, it might be on the point there, which would make it a little tougher. He's giving it a pretty hard look, and then he's kind of shaking his head, so it may not be laying quite as good as it looked from my vantage point. So he motioned the 2 in the corner. I think he wanted to take stripes, but oh, well, he hit that too thick. These balls all look kind of grouped together, but they all have a pocket. They're all, and he doesn't have to really do anything special with the cue ball. Just stay in line here. Got a little bit of an angle that I don't know that he wanted here, but it's kind of rack. You almost want to be straight in on everything. Okay, that was nicely done. He's right back in line now. Take the 3 and the 4 in the lower right. 8 ball in the lower left. And wiggled a little as it went in, but he's just fine. And game number 8 goes to Terry Nixon, and he's now on the hill at 6-2. Oh, well-wisher walked by. Well, I think that's the first time Terry's come up dry on a break. And boy, what a spread. Travis needs them all now. And he's going to win this match, he's going to have to fade Terry's break twice. Good chance to do it here because Terry broke dry. So if he can work his way through this one. Okay, he just needs to make this 11 and get a cross table for the 14. Of course, there's a lot of traffic in between there. I make it sound really easy, but yeah, they overjuice that just a little bit. Does it go on the side? I don't know. That's pretty tight. I think if I was him, I'd run this up in the corner. Let's see. That's what he did too. Nicely done. Now this 8-ball to close the gap. 6-3. Travis isn't done yet. And it'll be his break here in game number 10. Alright, he got a ball to drop. What I like here is starting with like the 3-13 combo. Since it's an open table, you can shoot a solid into a stripe. Go ahead and get that 13 out of there. And that sets you up. All the other stripes are pretty open. Let's see what he chooses. I think he's kind of looking that way. Looks like the 10 goes past the 8. Your only other issue would be the 12, which you might be able to get on off the 3-13 combo. Okay, he's looking at solids now. He's kind of looking at that 4 ball. This could be the most important time of an 8-ball match. You're planning through the rack. The decision you make, stripes or solids, a lot of time determines whether you win or lose the game. So you should always take a little extra time on that first shot after the break. Okay, so he took the 2. He's going to take solids. Wasn't real happy with where the 3 went there. And the 6 is still in there. I think he really thought the 3 and was going to run into the 6 and knock them both out of there, but I think you'd like to have that shot back. Okay, that was a nice shot. Terry's just standing over off to the side, hands in his pocket. Very interested though, waiting for his opportunity. If Travis can get this game, we got hill action. Jay, let's see, Travis is a 552 and Terry is a 633. That is why it is a 7-5 race. Travis plays pretty good for a 552. I like the way he rolls the ball when he hits it. It's got a nice roll on it. A lot of balls go in center pocket. I think his Fargo rating will be going up in the coming years. Till he gets old like me, and then alright, he decided let's get that 6 out of there. And left Terry on the bottom rail. But he still has this 13 to get things started. I think he'll probably shoot this 13, try to go into the 3 and move that 12 out of there. He doesn't need to move the 12 much, but he would like to see it move 6-8 inches to where it'll go somewhere. He'd kind of have the 10 as an insurance ball here. It's all the angle he has. From here it looks like he's got a good angle to do that, but well, he caught the 1. That didn't move the 12 though, but it kind of opened it up a little bit. That 12 may go in the side now. It's hard to tell. I think he just walked down to take a look at it. he got perfect on the 12. Looks like Terry's going to finish this out here. He's got this 12 in the side, which will set him up nice on the 10 and the 8. Okay. Just didn't want to get behind that 3. Handled that beautifully. All right, it's kind of shoot and stop here. It's been a good, well-played match by these guys. And Terry Nixon takes this match 7 games to 3. He stays on the winner's side of the bracket. Travels will move over to the 1-loss side and have a few extra matches to hopefully get another shot at in the finals. So thanks for joining us, everybody. Not sure exactly what's coming up next, but get notified. Click that little bell. Get notified when we go live, so that you don't miss any of the action. This is Brett with BadBoys TV. Terry comes over, gives a little love to the fans out there. I love it. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later.